You know, Patriot Mobile stands for faith, family, and freedom. But did you know they have cutting-edge technology as well? Switching is easy. No store visits, no hassle. Keep your number, keep your phone, or upgrade. Their 100% US-based service team can activate you in minutes. Enjoy exceptional coverage with access to all 3 major US networks, even add a backup line to your phone. Get unlimited data plans, mobile hotspots, international roaming, and more. Go to patriotmobile.com/Kirk25 or call 972-PATRIOT and use promo code Kirk25 for a free month of service. Hey everybody, breaking news. As you know, this weekend we talked about the Epstein thing a lot. It turns out all of your voices have been heard. We have been on this story relentlessly all weekend, and now it looks as if not only are your voices heard, but something major is coming, and that, let's just say, this is the beginning, not the end of this story. This is a major interview that has been done by my friend Benny Johnson with Laura Trump, the daughter-in-law of the president. This is major stuff. Watch this.
What would be your advice? Given this back and forth, we're just coming off of Turning Point here in Tampa. This was the topic of conversation. What would be your advice in order to take the temperature down on this issue from within the administration?
Well, I do think that there needs to be more transparency on this. And I think that will happen. I mean, look, I don't know what truly exists there, but I know that this is something that's important to the president as well. He does want transparency on all these fronts, everything we're talking about, because it's frustrated him as well. He sat for 4 years like the rest of us did and saw lie after lie and saw our country just being sent down the wrong path. And it was really frightening and very upsetting to a lot of people to see. And I would actually say over the past 10 years, we've all kind of endured this. Prior to that, it was probably happening, Benny, but we just weren't as aware of it. It wasn't until Donald Trump came down that golden escalator that he just kind of blew the doors off of everything. And people started to wake up and realize, wait a minute, things are not as they have always been presented to us. And I do believe that you will see that. Now, as it relates to the president, I know that this is probably not his number one thing he's focused on. He's focused on a lot of other important things. We've got this big announcement with Russia going on, I think, as we're speaking right now at the White House. We have, a Middle East. We're trying to get peace over there. We're trying to make sure that Iran's nuclear arsenal is obviously completely decimated. We want to make sure everything is on the right track for this country. Fortunately, you've seen no border crossings in the last month. 0, by the way. I think that's incredible. No one's talking about that enough. 0 illegal border crossings in the month of June. Amazing how that's all gone. So I don't know that this was top of mind for him, but he hears all the noise and he hears all of the consternation out there. And I think he's going to want to set things right as well. So I believe that there will probably be more coming on this. And I believe anything that they are able to release that doesn't, damage any witnesses or anyone underage or anything like that, I believe they'll probably try to get out sooner rather than later because they hear it and they understand it. So hopefully we see that happen sooner than later. And I guess that would be my advice. But to everybody out there who's all worked up about it, there's no great plot to keep this information away that I'm aware of. I do just believe that maybe it's been slow rolled for reasons that hopefully we understand down the line. And I think we're probably going to get more transparency on it very soon.
That is Laura Trump saying that the Trump administration will, quote, release more Epstein evidence and will have more transparency. She says that President Trump hears the base on this issue and they know how important it is. And let's just repeat that again. There needs to be more transparency. I think that will happen. I know this is important to the president. He is frustrated. He is going to want to set things right. I believe there will be more coming, and anything they're able to release, they will try to get out. They hear it, understand it. To anyone worked up out there, there's no plot to keep this information away. I'm sure we will know down the line. Everybody, this is a major development as we have been pushing very hard for transparency while also understanding and really focusing on this idea of consistency. Nobody here in the audience wants to see any of the private, awful, I can't say it here on YouTube, but let's just say criminal elements of the videos of children being treated terribly. You understand what I'm saying here on YouTube. But what Laura Trump is alluding to is an administration that is listening. And as I said on my program, things are coming. So stay focused. The ball is in the administration's court. It is time for them to act on this. By the way, the odds on the prediction markets have skyrocketed right now. They've gone up dramatically of whether or not we are going to see some Epstein-filed disclosures. And so stay on this. Make sure you guys subscribe to our program. This is a breaking news update as we are taking a look at what Laura Trump said to Benny Johnson. I'm going to read another tweet from the great Benny Johnson here. And Benny says the following: just got off the phone with a top law enforcement contact. The change in approach to Epstein has been dramatic. Expect more disclosures. Some very powerful people inside the administration are now pushing for a special counsel and a full press briefing on the Epstein findings. Important to note, this drastic change happened after Charlie Kirk and a number of other powerful MAGA voices pushed back on the handling of the Epstein case this weekend at the Turning Point USA conference. They were met with massive roars and applause from 7,000 gathered that could not be ignored. In short, our voices are being heard. Power to the people. Everybody, this is a massively developing story. That is why you should stay subscribed to our YouTube channel. Put in the comments your perspective here. Here's what I think needs to happen immediately. The DOJ needs to move to unseal the grand jury testimony. I think that we need to see a press conference from the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, Kash Patel, and also Dan Bongino. And finally, we need to try to get to the bottom of something with the Ghislaine Maxwell, Alexander Acosta, figure out that whole intel question and get to the bottom of that. Subscribe to our podcast, everybody. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're going to be on this thing like crazy. And thank you to all of you that joined us at our Turning Point USA Student Action Summit this last weekend. We broke records. We had 7,000 people there. Tickets, by the way, are now available for AmericaFest at amfest.com. That is amfest.com. amfest.com. They're now available for December. We're planning our upcoming campus tour. So if you want to see me come to your college campus, go right now to tpusa.com. Start a high school or college chapter. I would love to visit your campus this semester. We're doing over 30 campus stops, the most we've ever done. So I can't wait to visit your local community, your local town. So again, great seeing you guys in Tampa. Stay on this. And as I said today, I know these people. I trust these people as my friends. And Laura Trump and Benny Johnson are showing us that there's a lot of good movement in that direction. Stay subscribed. And also check out our merch. Our merch at charliekirkstore.com. That's charliekirkstore.com, charliekirkstore.com. More updates coming soon. Stay subscribed.